Hello and welcome to the course on C programming Learn to Code series. This is the 7th lecture of Unit 1, and in this lecture we will continue our discussion on number conversion. In the previous class we have discussed about binary to decimal conversion, and in this class we will talk about decimal to binary. So let's begin. So if you remember, I have divided all the conversion into different groups. This is group 1, this is group 2, and this is group 3. So in the last class, we have covered the conversion from a given binary number to its equivalent decimal number. And in this lecture, we are going to convert, means a decimal number will be given to you and how to convert it into binary. That we are going to discuss. So let us take an example, small example, where a decimal number is given to you, that is 11, and you want to convert it into binary number, right? So to do that, there will be two different methods we are going to discuss. Here I will discuss the approach 1, and in the next slide I will discuss the approach 2. The approach 2 will be the shortcut method for converting a decimal number to its equivalent binary number. So let us discuss the first approach. So whenever you get a number with a decimal, whenever you get a decimal number and you want to convert it into binary, then that decimal number need to be divided with 2, because you want to convert it into binary. So its base is 2. That's why you should divide 11 by 2. So I am doing that. So here it is 11, and when you divide it by 2, 2 5s are 10, and you get a remainder 1, right? After doing that, the quotient means after the division is performed, 5 is the quotient you get from here. Then you have to divide this 5 again with the 2. Up to when you are going to divide? When the quotient becomes 0, you have to perform the division. Now you have to divide 5 by 2. So in the next step I am trying to divide 5 with 2. So 2 2s are 4. Again you get a remainder, that is 1. Okay, and the quotient is 2, right? So the quotient is not yet 0. So again you have to divide 2 by 2. So I am doing that. 2 divided by 2 is 2 1s are 2, and the remainder is 0. But still the quotient is not 0. Hence you have to divide this 1 by 2 again. So I am doing that. 1 divided by 2, that is 2 zeros are 0, and you get the remainder 1. Now the quotient becomes 0. So when the quotient becomes 0, you should stop the division. One interesting fact you can notice here, I am dividing the numbers from right to left. This need to be followed to get the result. So every time whenever a given number is given to you, you have to divide the numbers and write it from right to left, because the result you will get from left to right. Okay, that's why for easy understanding I have taken this approach. Now see, so what is the result now? So we will get the result is 1 0 1 1. That means the remainder will be the answer. That means finally what we will get, 11 of base 10 is equivalent to 1 0 1 1 in binary, right? So you have to read the numbers from left to right, but when you perform the division you should write it from right to left. Okay, this is how you will find the binary equivalent of a given decimal number. If you recall from the last class, we read about a formula. Now let us check whether the given result is satisfying the formula we have discussed in the last class. That means, let's say the given number is 1011 in binary and we want to convert it into decimal. So if you recall from the last class, it can be easily solved by using a formula, that is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 125. That formula I have already discussed in the last class. Those who don't know about this formula, they can go to the previous video, watch it, and then come and watch this. You will easily understand why I am talking about that formula. So let us say this binary number is given and you want to convert it into decimal. If it turn out to be 11, then we say that our approach is correct. So let us see. So what is the formula? Formula is 1, 2, 4, 8. Because there are no digit available, so our formula terms will be stop here. Now you can see which number we have to discard. We have to discard the number below the 0. So we have to discard 4, right? And the other numbers below 1 has to be circled. So I have circled the numbers which is present below 1. So now what you will get? 8 plus 2 plus 1 is 11. So you can see, so 11. So we have already discussed 11 of base 10 is how much in binary. We have already calculated by this one. Similarly, when we try to convert 1011 into decimal, it turns out to be 11. That means our approach is correct, right? So this is the small example I have taken. Let us take another bigger example. So the bigger example is like this. If it is given 156 of base 10 is equal to how much in binary? So how do you find out? If you try to divide the number in this manner, it will take means lots of space in your page, and in your examination this is not wise that you have to start dividing the value in this manner. So there will be a shortcut, means the shortcut way to divide it. So that will be shown here. So you can see here. So I want to divide 156 by 2. So what I will get in the quotient? 78. 2 into 78 is 156. So this is what you get is the remainder. Now you have to divide 78 by 2. So 39 into 2, or that means 2 39s are 78. So you get a remainder 0. Again you have to divide 39 by 2. So 19 into 2 is 38. So the remainder is 1. Similarly 19 will be divided by 2. So 9 into 2 is 18. So you get a remainder 1. Then you have to divide it by 9 by 2. So 4 to the 8. So you get a remainder 1. Then you have to divide 4 by 2. So 2 to the 4. So the remainder you get is 0. Then you get 2. So 2 must be divided by 2. So that means 2 1s are 2. 2 1s are 2. So the remainder is 0. Now the quotient is still not 0. So you have to divide it by 2. So 2 zeros are 2 zeros are 0. So you get a remainder 1. Now that the quotient reached at 0, so our division will stop. As I have already told you, whenever you write this kind of division, then the result will be extracted from bottom to top. So the answer will be like this. That means 156 in decimal is equivalent to 100,11100. So 100,11100 in binary. Got it? Okay. Now let us quickly check if this number is given, whether we will get 156 or not. So how to check? We will use our formula. So what is the formula? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So this is 128, this is 64, this is 32, 16, 8, 4, 2 and 1. Now which value need to be discarded? Under 0. So under 0 is 64. We have to discard 64. We have to discard 32. Then we have to discard 2 and we have to discard 0. So means 1. Now how many value we get? That is 128, 16, 8 plus 4. So 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. So 128 plus 28 is how much? That is 8 plus 8 is 16. 5, 156. Now see. So whenever a binary number you have already been find out by this formula, Now this binary number, when I want to convert it into decimal, we get the same value. That means the division result is correct over here. Got it? So this is how you are going to find out decimal to binary conversion. Okay. Now let's go for the second approach. That means the shortcut method. What I will do is I will show you the same. I will take the same example to make you understand. Let's say you are asked to find out 11 of base 10 is how much in binary. So how to solve it? So what you will do is you have to first write your formula. So what is the formula? The formula is 1, 2, 4, 8. After 8 what comes? It comes 16. But the given number is 11 and 16 is greater than 11. So no need to write the formula. The formula term, that is 16. You should not write 16 because 16 is already crossed the value which is given to you in the question. So in the question it is given that you have to find the binary equivalent of the decimal number 11. Okay, so you have to write the formula 1248. You should not write 16. Now among this formula term, adding which term makes 11, that we have to find out. So adding which term makes it 11? 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. So that means if I add 8 plus 2 plus 1, 8 plus 2 plus 1, this gives 11. That means at this particular places I will put 1, 1, 1, 1, right? Now the remaining term, that is your formula term 4, here I will put 0. So now this is the answer. Got it? So when any questions came like find out the binary equivalent of decimal number 11, then you can easily find out by your formula, that is 1011. So the answer is 1011. You can see in the previous slide the answer is 1011 by dividing it. It is a complicated process, but this formula gives you a easier process. Now let us take the same question, that is 156 of base 10 is how much in binary. I want to find out. So what I will do, I will again write the formula. So what is the formula? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Now comes what? Now comes 256. Now you can see that our number, the given question is 156. So why should I write 256 over here? Because it is bigger than 156. So our formula term will be stopped here. Okay. Now the next part is I have to combine or add the numbers to get 156. So how do I get 156? Let's say 128 plus 64. How much it will be? 128 plus 64 will be 8 plus 4 is 12. 6 plus 2, 8, 1, 9, 192. It is already crossing the given number. So I should discard 64. I should not add it. Now let us say 128 plus 32. So what you will get? 8 plus 2 is 10, 0, 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 160. It is also crossing the 156. So I should discard this one also. So then what I will do? 128 plus 16. So how much I get? 8 plus 6, 14. 2 plus 1 is 4. 144. Now let us put 1 by 1. 1 and I will put 1 here. So 128 plus 16 is 144. 144, let's say I am adding 8 again. So 144 plus 8 is, that is your 144 plus 6 is 50 plus 2, 152. Now let us add 1 here. 152. Now I need how much? I need 6. So here 4 plus 2 is 6 already. Sorry, not 6. It is already 152. So I need only 4. So what I'll do? I'll use this 4. So when we'll add 4 to it, so what I'll get? 156. Got it? So that means when we'll add 128 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4, we get the answer 156. So I have to put 1, 1, 1, 1 in 128, 16 and 8 and 4th place. The remaining place I will put 0, and this is the binary equivalent of 156. If you check this in your previous example, this also show you 1001100. You can see 1001100. So the same answer you will get by using the shortcut method. So by shortcut method, you can write the formula first, then you have to find out the addition result. But yes, when the number is very big, then it is quite difficult to find out the binary equivalent using shortcut method also, as well as this normal method also, because you need lots of division, right? So in examination particularly, they will not ask you regarding a bigger number. They will give you some number which we can calculate in a proper amount of time. So that is the case. Okay, so this is how you have to find out the decimal to binary equivalent. Now what's left? Now the left part is your fractional number. Suppose a fractional number is given in decimal, how to convert it into binary, that I want to see. So this is very simple one. So what we are going to do is, whenever any decimal number with fraction is given to you, you just start multiplying it with 2. Okay, so this is given 0.8125, then you have to multiply it with 2. So when you multiply 2, what you will get? You will get 1.6250. Okay, now mark the values or mark the number which is just come up before decimal point. So which number is come before decimal point? 1 is come before decimal point. Now in the next multiplication, you should not multiply 2 with this 1. You should multiply 2 with the number that is 0.6250 into 2. So that is 0.6250 into 2. So what you will get? 2 zeros are 0, 10, 2 2s are 4, 1 5, then 6 2s are 12. So 12 means 2 1, right? So 1.2500. So when you multiply in the next part, you should not include this one, you just mark it only. Okay, so 0.6250 into 2 is 1.2500. So one number again came before decimal point, so you mark it, right? Similarly, 0.2500 into 2 is 0.5000. So 0 must be marked. Again 0.5000 into 2, you get 1000. Now all the numbers after the decimal points becomes 0. So you should stop here, because when you multiply with 2.00, you will get every time 0. So now you have to stop and collect the values from top to bottom. But recall, in the previous case, I have already told you, when this is a means fixed number, there will be no decimal point, then you have to collect the number from bottom to top. But in this particular case, the number should be collected from top to bottom. So what is the answer now? So the answer will be 0.812510 is becomes 0.1101. 0.1101. Okay, so when fractional number will be given to you, you should solve it by this. Now let us take a bigger number. So here I am taking two different numbers, means 8.8125, means I have combined both the numbers. So this part will be calculated separately, and the numbers which are present after the decimal point will be calculated separately. Now let us see how it is calculated. We already knows this. So to find out the decimal equivalent of 8, you have to divide it by 2. So 8 divided by 2, you get 4 and the remainder is 0. 4 divided by 2, you get 2, the remainder is 0. 2 divided by 2, you get 1 and the remainder is 0. Then 1 divided by 2, you get 0 and the remainder is 1. Now you read the value from bottom to top, 1,000,000. Okay, similarly this part 0.8125, you have to multiply it by 2. So by multiplying this, you will get 1101. So finally what you will get? You will get the result 1000.1101. 1000.1101. Remember, whenever you calculate the value after the decimal point, you should read the value from top to bottom and before the decimal point you have to read the value from bottom to top. That is how you will convert a decimal number to its equivalent binary number. Hope you understand the entire video. If still you have doubt, then you can ask on comment box so that I can answer your questions. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.